guys, thanks for joining me again. UATU the Watcher. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but the Watcher, this is him. This is a custom statue that was made. This was a private project by just a diehard fan, well known in the statue community. I don't know if he had help from another company, maybe, but he made his own Facebook page. It just talks about the Watcher, and he had a lot of ideas pouring in on his Facebook page, and this is the end result. And that was about a year, maybe over a year, maybe a year and a half ago when this project started, and it finally delivered, and not disappointed at all. This is pretty cool. Very low edition size. This is under, I believe it was like 27. Actually, if you look later in the video, I have the exact number there. I'll post it down there. I do believe there's a couple statues still for sale, so if you want to get on top of this, you can. So, you know, not a lot of people know who this character is because he hasn't been in the MCU. Unless you're a diehard comic fan, you probably don't know who the Watcher is, but they are super advanced, advanced extraterrestrial beings from billions of years ago, and they have advanced knowledge of atomic energy. So they used to help other races. Actually, they pass on that knowledge to those races, but some of those races actually use the knowledge to make weapons and make war. So they have an oath not to interfere with any races, no matter what peril they're in or what dangers they are experiencing at the time. So they are each assigned to the nearest moon for the planet they are watching, and UATU is assigned to, he watches Earth, so he's chilling on the moon watching Earth. So the Watchers have a lot of power. They are very powerful beings. They're like gods. They're one of the gods. And they are able to, they have flight, telepathy, they have energy manipulation, they can make force fields, they can project those force fields. I think one of the most significant powers is they can actually travel through time. So with the MCU, with the direction they're going with the multiverse, you may see more of the Watcher, because he hasn't made really any appearance, except I believe there was a small cameo cut scene with Stan Lee, and I believe it was the Avengers, where Stan Lee was mumbling on the moon, and there was a couple Watchers there. So I believe those were Watchers, if I remember right. So anyway, like I said, they do not interfere with any races, and that's Earth included. Although UATU has actually interfered a couple times before. So he is a very interesting character, and I'm really hoping that he comes out in the MCU, because he has a really cool backstory. So anyway, this is the statue. Pretty cool. It was very easy to put together. It wasn't too bad. If you can see here, let's watch the building of this real quick.
Here's box one. I just went ahead and unwrapped everything just to save some time. There's the main body. Pretty cool. I like the rippled cowl there. You got some plugins here on for the portraits. I like the gold boots there. All right, pretty cool. Let's throw that back in here, and let's check out this base. That's pretty cool. You got the Earth there. Got the moon's surface, or this could be a asteroid. I mean, let's actually have the planet on this. Let's check out the bottom. Ooh, nice. Got a cosmic type base. This is 16 of 38. All right, here's our one layer of our second box. Pretty cool. Check out all these switch outs. Man, big ass heads, man. Check that out. Pretty cool. This is basically very similar. Two of the switch outs are pretty similar. I actually thought they were the same portrait, but they are slightly different. So a little more of a mean stare. This is more of a neutral stare. Good detail on the ears there. Almost looks real. Pretty cool. All right, let's check out. This is the one I probably will use. And then this goes in his eye somehow. I think like that. I think I got that in there, right? Really cool. I like that switch out. That's probably the one I'm going to use. And then you got Stan Lee there. I don't know if I'll use this one. And you actually can use the shades on this switch out. Pretty cool switch out. Cool addition. And then we got our part of our cowl there. This goes behind the head. Kind of got a space type cosmic background there. Cool. Here's one of our switch out arms. A lot of muscle tone, shadows all on the seams. Nice gold surface. And then here's another switch out there. Pretty cool. We just got to put that on, see what that looks like. Let's check out our next layer. Two big switch outs on this one. Check this. Big ass cape here. Big ass cape. Textured surface. And black shadows on the base of the cape. Kind of wraps around. Pretty cool. There's our peg. Numbered. And then we have another cape. Man, these are two big ass switch outs, and this one has the arm attached. Pretty cool, nice. This is a really cool art box. Check that out. And then check this. Conglomeration of different comics. Pretty cool, and check out the top. That is a pretty cool box, and I wasn't expecting to have a cool art box like that. Pretty cool. Okay, let's go ahead and start putting this together.
And that's pretty much it. It was very simple to put together, and very simple statue, nothing crazy. This portrait has probably the most character. You have some atomic energy coming out of his left eye there. You have a portrait where he's looking straight, very neutral look there, pretty cool. And that's probably his classic look. Now this one's a pretty unique portrait because it kind of represents he's the watcher, he's looking down at the planet. So this one he's looking down, but if you're putting him on a shelf that's kind of waist level, I don't think this would look right of him looking down. So I think if you want to use this one, you should have him higher up. And if I put him on one of my higher shelves, that would probably be the one I would use. But for now, I'm going to just use the one with the energy because it just has a lot of character. So Stan Lee, this is Stan Lee. These glasses are removable. I kind of just put them on there. Check that out, pretty cool. Pretty cool switch out to have a Stan Lee there. Kind of shows kind of that cameo scene. But in general, we're just going to use this guy right there. Looking at this, let's get a measurement. He's about 28 tall. It's about 16 wide. With earth, he's about 18 deep. So very space saving, very circular, probably fit in any shelf. So basically, this is probably the average size of most of your quarter scales. So anyway, you got a moon surface, very textured. You got some craters around all over the base. Then you have Earth sitting there. I was kind of looking then, does that really look like Earth? Yeah, that's Earth right there. And going up, you have some shiny metallic boots. You have some bearskin legs under here. And then you have his cowl and his tunic there. All very textured, all the way around. And then you have his, what would you call that? It's just part of his tunic there behind his head. And that's held on by one peg. And basically it's very simple. I mean, I like all the portraits. They did put a lot of work on the portraits. A lot of shadows, a lot of textures on the head. And a lot of facial features, so pretty cool. 4 portraits. Now there's another switch out that I didn't really go over, and this goes on the right shoulder. I'm not going to put this on, but basically plugs into the right shoulder. And so he's kind of just sitting there like this with his tunic hanging over there. But I think it's a general consensus that this is probably the best cape to use for his switch out. So I'm going to put it just like this. Pretty cool. Really happy with this. I'm really happy with the price. It was around $600 or $700, very low. And in my opinion, if you've pre-ordered anything from 1 to 2 years ago, you probably got a very good price considering the huge rise in statue prices now with inflation and everything. The prices that we used to pay quarter scale for $600 or $700 are now like $1,000 to $1,200. So a lot of these customs, cool customs that I see, are like $1,200 bucks. So prices are just going through the roof, and it's probably just going to get worse. So if you've noticed, you have some older pre-orders, you're like, wow, that's actually a good price now in comparison to the prices these days, like the new XM prices or Queen Studios. So I really hope you enjoyed the Watcher. I do. I want a whole line of the Cosmic line. I want an Eternity, and I'm looking for one of those. And the guy that did this one is actually looking at making an Eternity. Eternity is, I mean, his look is space. He doesn't have any facial features or clothes or anything that you can actually see. He's just like, he looks like a solar system in the shape of a man. So that's going to be one challenging piece. There was, I did see a custom Eternity bust that was badass, but unfortunately you could only buy it as a kit, so I would have to get that painted. So, haven't seen an Eternity. You got this. I want to get a Quasar. We got Galactus. A lot of cosmic characters, unknown cosmic characters. But I think you're going to see a lot more in the new movies coming up. So anyway, I'm going to conclude with that. I don't know what statue I'm going to get next. It was a very slow start of 2022, I think, with shipping issues, supply chain issues. I haven't got any statues this year, and this is the first statue I've received since the start of 2022. But I have a ton of pre-orders, and they're all going to come piling in at the last half of 2022. So it's going to be, I don't like when that happens, because then you got to pay for everything all at once. So it's going to happen this year. So I guarantee that. So what can you do? What can you do? So I hope you enjoyed the Watcher. Please subscribe. I do appreciate the support. And we'll see you next time.